just edit out the beginning and end of the clips. And by we, I mean you. Okay, anyway. Hello! Buenos dias!
Pura Vida!
Pura Vida, yeah. So we are in Costa Rica. I didn't film anything in the airport getting here, in part because our first flight was at 6 a.m. And that is just very early. But we are here. We're in Costa Rica. We flew into San Jose, and now we rented a car. And so we're driving up to like the Arenal area, right? That's what it's called. La Fortuna. Is where this like town that we're gonna stay in. And yeah, so it's about lunchtime. So once we get out of the city, we're gonna scope out somewhere to eat. But
Chelsea vetoed my idea of going to Denny's.
I mean, you did make the suggestion after we had long passed the Denny's. But yeah, so it's been interesting since we've gotten here. Like, my Spanish is so rusty, but there are like random words. I'll be like, oh wait, I recognize that. I know what that means and everything. And you know, so that's cool. And everyone says to us like Pura Vida, Pura Vida. And like, I guess I kind of forgot that was like the slogan for tourism here. Is that what it is? But I'm being reminded of that. So, yeah, but I don't know if there's anything else to say right now. It's been a minute since we've seen you guys, since last year, because our second trip of the year last year was our honeymoon, and we did not do any vlogging on our honeymoon.
You did not want to see our honeymoon vlog because it was me getting fat at the pool and reading.
It was both of us getting fat at the pool and reading. Yeah. It would have been a very boring vlog. So yeah, all right. We'll see you as we keep going. This about concludes day one.
We didn't show you anything.
No, I took a couple shots of the drive in, drive from San Jose to Fortuna. But it was a lot of like really windy roads, back roads, mountain, you know, there were a lot of bridges that were only one lane. So you had to like stop and make sure no one was coming the other direction and like take turns, which was cool and interesting. Robert did all the driving. Thank you, Robert. And our hotel is super cute. It's this just nice little like boutique hotel. You can kind of see our room here. There's 2 beds and everything, and bathroom, all that good stuff. So we went and picked up some bug spray and then took a dip in the pool. And then we just went and got some food, just kind of like protein, beans, and rice type situation. It was good, yeah.
Right next door.
I have not had like what is it, a fried? It's not fried plantain.
It's a fried plantain.
Oh, it is a fried plantain? Okay. Fried plantain in a long time. I can't even think of it. It's so good. I forgot how much I enjoyed that. So that was fun. Yeah, and we're just gonna go to bed. It's a little bit of jet lag, and we have a lot of like hiking tomorrow, so should be a busy day tomorrow.
Early day. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Look at that, first animal of the day. What'd you say you thought it was, Robert?
I'm not gonna go on the record. We'll find out.
You just like, there's a group of people right next to him, and you just like walked across the pathway, just right through them, unbothered. I mean, I gotta imagine if you're living in this area as an animal, you're used to the humans, but still. Well, there you go. Thus starts our journey in Mystico Falls Hanging Bridge Park.
area.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to any of the bridges yet, so we'll see how I do with that. But day 2 in Costa Rica, it's quite warm. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought, especially now that we're like in the shade a little bit, but it's pretty humid, pretty warm. We had breakfast at the hotel, which was yummy. It was just, they called it the typical breakfast. There were eggs, fruit, various fruits, cheese and toast.
Beans, rice and beans.
Rice and beans, yep. So
Coffee, orange juice.
it was good.
Oye, eso sonaba raro, ¿eh? Ay, mira.
I did it.
Yay!
1 bridge down, 5 to go. How was it for you, Robert?
It was fine. I was more worried for you than for myself.
I was okay. I think there were a couple points in the middle where it started rocking that I got a little like, ooh. But at the beginning, I was like, I just turned to the camera on and recording. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay attention really to what I'm recording. And then I was able to like focus enough to actually get shots of the volcano. Like it was beautiful view. And so when I was getting that beautiful view, I was like, okay, you can, you know, hold on to the vlog camera, hold on to the side and take a picture with your main camera. And I got, I think 1 picture and then I couldn't do it anymore. And I had to go back to just like holding and walking, but it was really pretty, but I, you know, do feel like I might start crying any moment. And I have to remember,
Big deep breath.
then we got 5 more to go. It's gonna be great,
it.
but it is absolutely beautiful here. And we saw some monkeys earlier. So focusing on that. Looks like a turkey almost. All right, we're gonna get some commentary from the bridge because I'm feeling brave. But look, there's the bridge that we crossed earlier. I can't zoom in, but hopefully you can tell. Okay, yeah, perfect.
Look.
Zooming! That was us earlier. All right, let's keep going. So we don't poor people behind us. We're still zoomed in, but it's beautiful, the greenery and things. I have no idea if this is getting us or not, but here we are crossing the hanging bridge. I'm distracting myself from how scared I am. Yay! Look at him, he's not even holding on to the sides. Actually, I don't think I held on sides that much this last time. That's what we've been going over. All these suspension bridges. Only 1 more to go. Oh, here we go, up in this tree. Do you see, Robert? I can't tell. Maybe 2? All right, we're at a park to go on a nice hike. 3 or 4 hours should be good. Yeah, we went and had lunch, and I got like this like chicken and rice dish, and Robert got another, what is it called? Casado?
Casados.
Casado. But he got
Fish.
fish this time.
It was yummy.
And yeah, so this hike is gonna take us up, kind of up the mountain, not really as close as they let you get, and to a lava field from 1968 eruption, or I assume that's how that works, and some through the forest some. She said there's a sloth mom with some sloth babies that we might see, a lake, so should be a nice little hike. And by little I mean big. But the elevation gain is not really there, it's just long. So that's good. Should be fun. Yeah, so if we're understanding things quickly, there's a volcano way up there, and all the way down here where we are all of these like lava rocks. It's wild. It's come so far. All right, we made it to the highest point of the hike. See the volcano. There's a lake in the background. It's pretty cool. And if I remember correctly, our guide also said that this point is the closest we can get to the volcano. I mean, there's smoke coming up top. It very much seems active. But pretty cool.
All right. So if you don't see this video uploaded, it's not because I'm lazy at video editing. We just all got buried by volcanic ash.
Yes, definitely. It's definitely not that we have 2 years worth of vacations that are not on the YouTube. Getting lots of B-roll of this beautiful lake and volcano. Because it really is. Just look at all the lava rocks. Lava field. It's a really beautiful hike. And also, Robert and I were both saying that, like, I don't think, if you hadn't told me that it was like high 80s, low 90s right now, over 50% humidity, I don't know if I would have guessed that as the current like temperature humidity. There's a nice breeze. I think it also helps that we've got some cloud coverage today, so we're not like in direct sun in that same way. And especially when we go through the trees and everything, we're not, you know, we have that coverage as well. So it really could feel hotter than it does. But that, of course, can be deceptive, and that's why we are still wearing sunscreen and bug spray and drinking lots of water.
Thanks, Mom.
Alrighty, we finished the hike. We're back at the hotel room. My hair is ratchet from the heat and the sweat and everything. But it was a really nice hike. It took us about 3
hours.
Yeah, about 3 hours. 1:30 to like 4:10ish, which is not too bad. And it was beautiful. We saw some monkeys at the end there. The monkeys were freaking me out a little bit because then they started making this like, it sounded like a ferocious dog barking.
Like a howl?
Yeah.
Like a howler monkey?
You know, he didn't tell me that in the moment. He just said, this is how they communicate. And I was like, yeah, but seems like they're asserting their dominance and marking their territory. And now I just feel foolish. But, you know, it's fine.
Nature. It's great.
But listen, I still maintain that a monkey starts making noises, or any animal starts making noises like that, don't get closer. But anyway, we didn't end up seeing a sloth. We thought we might.
I know, sad. They told us there was a sloth.
A mama sloth with babies, but I didn't see her. Which could have been my own lack of powers of observation, or she wasn't around to see. I don't know. But yeah, we're just going to relax a little bit before we go to dinner. So we'll see you there. People don't just want my food. Good morning.
Hello.
Another day. We are currently on a hike. We're gonna go to a lookout point on the lake. It should be very pretty. What you did not see any footage of was this morning we went ziplining. In part, we don't have GoPros, and so we had no way of doing any footage of us on the zip line itself, because you're holding on with both hands, of course, and so there's not really a way for you to take video. And yeah, but that was a lot of fun. It was really beautiful. Like, you went kind of back and forth over the mountain and everything. And so you got to see like the tops of the trees and the surrounding area and everything. Robert and I both felt like it didn't feel as fast as we thought it was going to feel. But the reality was I was terrified. I started getting nervous pretty much from when we got to the location. My heart rate was up. I was having to do some deep breathing, do some of my like talking to myself that I do when I get really worked up like that. And then we got hooked in the harnesses, and Robert's like, you'll feel better when you see like how tight these harnesses are. And it did make me feel a little bit better. But then they did like a little demo before we went up of like what you're supposed to do. And I got a little, oh wait, let's look at this pretty view. So pretty. A little worried again, because it was like, okay, this is how you brake, this is the position you need to be in. So you basically like lie back, have your like feet curl tucked in and arms straight, and just go down. And then when you get towards the end, you spread your legs, and then like, you may need to brake. So then I was like, okay, that made me a little nervous again, because I was like, even though that's not many instructions, it's like, oh my gosh, so many things to know. I hope it's okay. And then we rode the gondola up, and I was like, wow, we're going so high, we're gonna have to come all the way back down. So, I was getting a little worried, a little worked up there. And then they have this little like practice zip line that had to have been only, how long would you say that was, Robert? Like
50 feet.
Yeah, not long at all. So other people are going, I'm watching, I'm like, see, this is not so bad, it's not so bad. So then it's my turn, I step up, like I'm even having trouble stepping up the steps for them to like hook me in. Like, I'm not even doing the ziplining part yet. I'm just walking upstairs and having problems, getting nervous. So I get in, they hook me up, they hook me in, they say, hold on. I like lean back, I tuck my knees, cross my ankles, whatever. And then they like push you and you go. And I don't know at what point I start crying. If it was before they even pushed me, or if it was while I was on the line, I don't remember anymore. But by the time I got to the end, I was crying. I like full on, they were like, you need to sit down over there before you go on the real ones, right? This was the practice one. It didn't even really go downhill very much, okay? I like sobbing. Robert's like, come to me, like, you're okay, you can do this, it's okay, like, see, these people are doing it and they're all okay, like, strapped in, nothing bad happened, I believe in you, like saying all the right things. And I was like, yes, right. And he's like, Chelsea, like, you are crying so hard. My mascara was literally like running down my face. So I was like, okay. So then I look and see what the first like real zip line is, and it's long, and it like goes out across the thing, totally open spaces, nothing beneath you, seeing them go so fast. And I was like, fuck, what did I get myself into? But they hugged me. Now on the practice run, I had Robert go first, because I was like, then you're on the other side, I'm like meeting you there. Like I know I'll see you on the other side. So for the real one, they said, no, you're gonna go first, Chelsea. I'm like, okay, you sure? And I was like, but he'll be on the other side if he goes first. And they're like, no, you're going first. I said, okay. And I guess they know what they're talking about, whatever. So they sent me, and my eyes were so tight at first. And I'm like deep breathing, talking to myself, whatever. And it reaches a point as I'm going down where I'm like, I'm okay. And so I was able to open my eyes a little and kind of see around me. I'm like, okay, I'm okay. And then I thought, so you don't always have to brake, but they would like shake the line, they say, if you need to brake. So I thought I felt them shaking the line. I don't think they actually were in hindsight. So I start braking, but unfortunately that meant I didn't make it to the end. So then you have to do this thing where you like, so I like stop. So then you grab the cables, turn yourself around, and then like hand over hand pull yourself to the end. And then they like sent a rope down the length, and then they kind of like, I grabbed that and they pulled me back. So after that, every other time I made it, because I don't think I ever had to brake again except maybe the very last one. And I knew like, okay, I don't want this to happen again. So like really, unless you like really feel it shaking, like don't start braking. And yeah, and then you know, I didn't cry any of the other times. The other ones, I was able to like not really close my eyes anymore. I like looked around, took it in. And the other times, like you come into the platform to land and you're like coming in hot, but it really like, the rope really just like hook on and grab you and stop you. Like it almost feels like, are you sure I'm not supposed to be braking? And then whoosh, you're there and you're fine. But everyone, oh god.
It's also, there's way more track than you think there is, because there's the beginning of the platform, but the actual stand where you're supposed to stop is like 30 feet past that.
Yeah,
so I tried to brake, so I stopped at the beginning of the platform, which is not how you do it.
Yeah. So it was good. It was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy myself. I was scared the whole time, but like, oh, there's a bird. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So it was a lot of fun. I'm really glad I did it. And the people were so nice, so good. Like all of them could tell, or maybe had been warned, that I was very nervous and having a hard time. And so they're all really nice, like distracting me, like making sure I was okay before they let go and everything, which I was very appreciative of. And yeah, it was like truly so cool. Not like anything I've done before. I told Robert, I was like, I don't know if I can do ziplining again. We'll see. But never say never, because I did do it and it was good. Robert, do you have any other thoughts about the ziplining experience?
No, it was fun. We had some great views. It's another beautiful day down here in Costa Rica. So we had views of the volcano and the lake. And it was all so green and so clear. But yeah, it was a good time, and we got to go fast. And Chelsea learned a little bit about herself today.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like going into this trip, which did you think I was gonna have a harder time with? The suspension bridges or the zip line?
Oh, the zip lining.
You did?
Oh, 100%.
I kind of thought that the bridges were gonna be worse for me. I think I knew they were both gonna be bad, and but I thought they were gonna be equally bad.
Yeah, I think that like the bridges, you had been on bridges before, and you were like, I don't like this. So you knew that you would already like this. But you've never been ziplining before. So you didn't even know how bad it could get.
Yeah. But like I knew there's other things that I feel like are in some ways similar that I've done and enjoyed. Like I went parasailing when I was younger and really liked that. And I feel like that has like similar vibes of being like up high and stuff. But yeah, well, would recommend the place we did it at. All right, we'll see how the rest of this hike goes. Bye. All right, so that's where we went down to. 500 steps down, 500 steps back up. It was brutal. What do you think, Robert?
It was all right.
Yeah, okay. But it was really pretty down there. We got to go in the kind of cool area where the waterfall ends, and then we also went down this like kind of down the river a little to this rocky area, and there were fish swimming around and everything. It was nice. Water was a little colder than I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't like freezing. It just was, there was a chill to it. Refreshing. Yeah, and then like when we went down, we were very like hot from exertion, and so it was like even more refreshing, but then it wasn't really hot down there. So
yeah, it's way warmer up here.
Yeah.
Down there you have the water and the wind.
Yeah, for sure. So, but it was really beautiful. Definitely worth it. It was a nice little hike down. Alrighty. You want to begin it, Robert?
Yeah, here.
Alright, so it was a good day. We did our zip lining. We did some hiking down to the waterfall. Oh, we did some hiking to the lake. Hiking to the waterfall. We just had dinner at like a grill type situation. Had various grilled meats, chicken, pork or ribs of some sort, beef.
Oh, I forgot you said you wanted something light.
And there's a sloth that lives behind the restaurant. So it was a mama sloth with her baby. And the waitress took us out back and shined the flashlight to show us. It was our first sloth sighting.
Apparently they're nocturnal is what we learned today, so that's why we haven't been seeing them yet so far.
Yeah, and I think part of me did maybe know that, but definitely not when we were, the part of me that knew that was not active when we were looking for them in all of our hikes, so there you go. But yeah, and then we got some ice cream. I got pina colada. Robert?
I got mango. It's also almost finished.
Mine is yummy. So we will see you tomorrow in Costa Rica. Bye.
Bye.